We're live. Hi, y'all. I'm so sorry that we're late. We're here now. I'm so sorry that I kept you waiting. I'm so excited to have you here. And I'm going to start the show like how I normally do because, you guys are getting the behind the scenes, but I'm going to chop it up. So I'm going to do my normal intro, but don't worry.
Act like you ain't.
Act like. As I told everybody that's here, make sure that you tweet using the hashtag TPLT series so that you can get put in the running to get tickets to the next live taping. Yes, even you that's tweeting all the way in Hawaii, Bria. All right, and I'm so excited. The energy in this room is amazing. If you have questions that you want to ask throughout the interview, make sure you also tweet them using that hashtag. And we're gonna get started right now. Ready? Hey everyone, it's Neffy Anderson here with a brand new episode of The Path Less Traveled, a web series spotlighting millennial entrepreneurs. Each episode is packed with actionable advice for you to start, run, or grow your business. Today's guest is lifestyle blogger and visual content creation coach, XayLi Barclay. Now let me give you the rundown on baby girl. XayLi is most known for helping entrepreneurs, creatives, bloggers, and people like you how to stand out online. Now, how does she do that? I'm glad that you asked, okay? Through captivating images, original video content, workshops, blog posts, one-on-one coaching, and more, XayLi teaches you how to communicate your value visually and, get them coins. Speaking of getting those coins, I didn't turn off my own phone. Now let me give you the rundown on XayLi Barclay, okay? XayLi is most known for helping entrepreneurs, creatives, bloggers, and people like you how to communicate their visual value online and, claim your space in this digital space because, it's a little clustered in here. Now I know you're wondering how, right? How does she do that? Well, I'm glad that you asked. Through amazing video content, photos, workshops. What else do you do? Blog posts, one-on-one coaching consultations. I mean, XayLi, honestly, she pretty much does it all. And what I love about her is that one of her flagship programs is how to create your own YouTube channel and monetize it. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen. XayLi, I am so glad to have you here. I'm bubbling inside because I have admired you for a long time online. And now we get to sit next to you in person. Now, girl, I told you already that, I got a lot of stuff I want to ask you, so we got to get to it. Okay, so I know that, you have a very interesting background. So I would love to hear more about, where you're from and the different jobs that you've held in the past that has gotten you to where you are today.
Well, I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago. I was born there, and it's the most, after Grenada and Jamaica and all the beautiful places. It's just a great place to be from, and so it's definitely helped to create the person that I am today. And so as far as jobs, so what happened was I came here to go to college. So I got a scholarship because I knew I wanted to come here, and I kind of knew everything is crazy that I wanted from the start, and so it just kind of manifested itself as time went along. And so what happened was when I got here, I started college, and I started babysitting for people in the neighborhood. I went to St. Francis College in Brooklyn, New York, and so it was pretty cool because I was making more money than everyone else, and they were like, "How do you get all of these awesome jobs?" Crazy enough, when I did babysitting, the parents always found internships and jobs for me to do while I wasn't babysitting. So that kind of got me into PR. So I got started in PR and I realized, oh, this is cool, but I want to be the blogger that you guys are contacting. I don't want to be, back here behind a computer. I want to be, out there and being creative and being me. And so I started a blog way back when nobody knew what blogging was, right? And it was a pretty cool experience because I was able to just start early and get a head start and start creating my own space. I mean, it was my mom and my best friend reading. That's okay, girl. You got to keep on pushing through. So this was years ago. And it kind of evolved from that. But what happened was I was in college and I was sold you have to be a lawyer or a doctor or whatever. So I started just studying business management because my entrepreneurial DNA is really, really strong.
Right.
So because of that, I started pushing through. I started studying business management and I ended up in corporate, right? Because everyone, she said
it like she ended up in jail. Like I ended up in corporate.
Yeah, well, everyone just like, you gotta get this job, you gotta do this, okay, cool. So I did that and I started suffering. So I ended up at JP Chase, corporate, and I started asking. It's crazy because everyone knew that I was super smart and I could do the work, but I just wasn't there.
Right.
So I started helping people on my floor set up their blogs.
Really?
Yes. So when I started doing that, it's crazy because I'm still in communication with a lot of them. They now have amazing blogs because of just that. And so one day they were like laying off people like crazy, and I told my supervisor, the next layoff, put my name in.
Oh, you bold.
Yeah, because I realized that hey, if I could go back to babysitting, I can make the same or more money in 4 hours.
Right.
Instead of spending my entire day here.
Right.
And so yes, I thought of it as walking backwards because it was something that I did previously, and babysitting is not the most glamorous thing on the planet. But in New York City, we get paid pretty well to babysit.
Right.
So I did that, and then I started getting comfortable at my babysitting job. And then I said, this is not what you want. Like, the money is great, because I was working with a celebrity couple. It was amazing. And then...
Were you trying to tell us who they are, though?
No, girl.
Give me a hint.
I can't.
What's the first letter?
I can't.
Oh, God. They rap? They in a movie?
Girl, you won't see me after this if I tell you. And so I told them one day, it's just time for me to leave and get uncomfortable so that I can get comfortable.
Ooh, I like that. That's a gem. Somebody figure that out. That's a gem. So I want to double back a little bit and talk more about how, you being an immigrant, how that, changed your perspective about life and entrepreneur. You say you come from a family of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So talk about that a little bit more.
So I grew up where my dad always had his own business. My parents had me at 19 and 20, and so I never suffered or wanted for anything. Like the other day, like probably 2 years ago, I asked my dad, "You were 20. Like, how did you put me through private school
Right.
and all of this?" Like he said to me, sometimes I ask myself the same thing.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, so this is not something that, life is not something that you just go with it.
Right.
But you slay while you go.
Oh,
you know what I'm
slay.
saying?
Yes,
Like,
I'm a big believer of that.
Definitely. And so my mom never really worked for anyone when I was growing up either. So my both grandmothers, they were doing their thing. One was a seamstress and the other, she had her own shop. So, I grew up with my family at home with me.
Right.
And so I wanted that. Even when I was in high school, I wanted my own business. I've always wanted my own business. I did not know how it was going to happen. Like I said, things
Right.
manifested, but I knew what I wanted.
Right. I love it. Okay, so now, we gonna dig into your business real quickly, real sly-like. So talk to me about what happened once you got to college, right? Because I think you said you didn't finish.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
So talk to me about what happened during that time.
So college was cool.
It was cute.
It was cute, but so coming from Trinidad to here, at first I was like, okay, so I'm gonna kill all these classes. College was pretty easy for me because in Trinidad, college is super hard, and I started college there already. So when I came here, I was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do this.
Right.
But I feel like my heart wasn't
In
completely in it.
Right.
It's like I saw no end goal. Like I could do this without this.
Right.
So after a while, and I know it killed a lot of people. Like, you're gonna do what?
Right.
Like, and so I just stopped.
Wow. So talk to me about the opportunities that you created for yourself that led to one of your big breaks.
Honestly, it kind of all led up, and it's not even so much about opportunities that I created for myself. Like I said before, I knew what I wanted,
right.
So I would put things into place. But crazy enough, a lot of my experiences kind of add up to what everything is today. Like, I love makeup, I love beauty. That goes it comes back full circle into what I do today. It comes back full circle into me starting to share that online, share with people online. So, you know, I always tell my students or my clients, people don't buy from businesses anymore. They buy from people. So even if you're sharing your life, you know, start sharing. Everyone has a message, so start sharing that. And me kind of just sharing my message is what opened up opportunities. Because I'd come online and talk to myself, like a whole paragraph talking to myself, like, girl, get your stuff together. What you doing today?
Right? You talking to them, but you talking to you.
And then I was talking to me.
Yeah.
And people would be like, you just spoke directly into my life. And so just sharing my life helped me just get comfortable creating content. And then content led to people asking me, well, could you help me, you know, do a video? How do you do this? How do you do that? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't know.
You hear that? If you listen closely, you can hear the coins jingle. You hear it?
Right? So that's kind of, you know, how opportunity just comes from you being open and transparent. Just like Jay-Z just did in 444.
Yes.
You know, he revealed his past and he shared with us things that, you know, so it's about sharing. It's crazy because when you share the deepest things about you, that's when you really connect with other
That's
people.
so hard though. How do you get to that point?
It's about being really honest with yourself. A lot of people are not honest with themselves. It's about getting to a place where you speak from really within. Like, I ask myself sometimes for a caption, girl, how do you really feel today?
Right.
Well, this morning I cried my eyes out. Okay, so let's write that.
Oh my
Let's write
God.
that. And so, but other people are going through things as well. So it's about being, I mean, it takes comfort to really decide, I'm going to share my imperfections, but nobody's perfect.
Right.
Nobody's perfect. And the people that you think are going to judge you, they ain't perfect either. You touching them the most.
Right,
So
right.
it's like, you know.
Right.
Definitely.
So talk to me about something that you know now that you wish you knew when you first got into this business.
Sure. So one of my favorite books is The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster by Darren Hardy. And so when I first started my journey, he said, some days you're gonna feel like, because I had just quit my job and I was feeling good. And I was like, I got this, I quit.
Yeah.
And he said, there are some days that you're gonna feel great about this, and some days you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, let me just go get a job.
Right.
And so I said, sir, you do not know what you're talking about,
Right.
because I feel great right now.
Right.
2 weeks later. And I was like, oh gosh, like this is true. And it's true. But a lot of times, like at first I would beat myself up for having a down day.
Right.
And now, I allow myself to have a down day. Like, okay, so today's not a great day, but we're gonna get this, and this done. And I'm not gonna beat myself up for it, because I'm a workaholic, which is something that I'm working on.
Right.
So working on being a workaholic. That's crazy. But you know, so yeah, it's okay if you don't feel 100% every day.
Right.
I'm not saying stay at 10%, because some people just love
They live there. They make a bed there and everything.
a nest, girl. So, you know, it's okay. Like, don't be so harsh on yourself. And I'm really learning that now. And if that's something that I had learned before, I remember when I launched my first course, I had my first webinar and nobody bought. And I laid in my bed for like 2-3 days. Don't talk to me.
Right.
Now I'm like, y'all gonna get this value.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
it's here.
Right.
So, you know, it's just learning. And if you don't mind, I'll share another thing that I learned.
Listen, I'm here to get all this tea, okay?
Selling yourself is super important, right? A lot of us don't sell ourselves, or we are afraid. Or remember, if you own a networking business, you're teaching people how to network, but you're always at home and you're sharing that you're always at home in your bed, not doing anything.
Right.
How are people going to connect to the fact that you're going to teach them to network in a situation? You know, in a situation, you have to be the forefront of what you say you are doing. So for me, it's crazy because recently in one of my workshops, I was doing a workshop with a brand, and the guy that came on was like, "Your video is just epic. Like, how?" Like,
Right.
and he said, "Well, you know, for him, you know, he spoke about his his setup." I said, but you don't teach that.
Right.
I gotta show up,
Right.
because I teach this.
Right.
I can't come on here looking crazy.
Right.
You know, so you are always selling yourself. So
Right.
that's something really important. Get your stuff together.
Get
girl.
your stuff
Sell.
together. So I want to delve more into like the selling yourself and the business aspect of, you know, just what you've been able to do throughout your time. I know that you are not, this is not your first rodeo.
Yeah.
You've had a couple of blogs, you've had a couple of businesses.
You did a lot of
yeah, I
research.
did a lot, you know. Just in case people don't feel like sharing, I'm gonna help them out.
Okay.
So I want to know about, you know, how do you know when it's time to walk away, when it's time to shut it down or transition it into something else, being that you've had, you know, about 7 other ventures that you...
It's crazy because it never shuts down. So it takes you doing that to build into this, right? So for me, I used to have locks, and I thought I'd have locks for the rest of my life, but we clearly sitting on this couch here, and I have no locks, right? So I, you know, branded Token Dread Girl for everything, and, you know, I was rolling through with that, and everyone loved it. But I came to a point where I just wasn't in love with my locks anymore. And I felt like I needed just a change within and on the outside as well. Like I was going through, I needed a change.
Right.
And so the thing about that is you can't fear change, because I lost a lot of subscribers and followers when the transition happened, right? And so that's why you can't connect people to something. You got to connect them to this, you know?
Yeah.
It's a crazy thing, like. So the people that saw past that, they stuck with me.
Right.
And it's crazy because the other day someone told me, she said, thank you for all you do, thank you for being inspiring, and thank you for cutting your locks and blossoming. And she has locks, and she followed me since then.
Wow.
And when she said that, I got goosebumps. I was like, okay. So, but I have grown since then. So
Right.
Everything adds up, because now I can still refer to the, now you are able to refer to the 7 things that I did before,
Right.
the things I did. So it never shuts down. It always flows one into the other. I was a professional makeup artist. That comes in handy when I have to do video for clients. You know, I don't do makeup anymore, but it always adds up.
Right.
You know?
I love it. And I love how you use all of those things that you learned throughout those other careers and those other, you know, ventures that you've had, and you pour it back into us. Now, you know, the $1 million question is, as an entrepreneur, is always, how do you monetize? How do you put a dollar value to what you're offering? How do you go about that?
It's really about knowing your worth. A lot of people feel like, well, I monetize through video, through courses, through products, through one-on-one coaching sessions and things like that. And so it really comes down to knowing that you're worth it. A lot of us think that we have to create complicated things to create an income online, and
Right.
you don't. What are you good at, and what's your step-by-step process? Like, I'm waiting for you to release your course on just doing all of this, girl.
Right. Ooh, call me out, why don't you? Call me out.
So, you know, it doesn't take you, you know, knowing the highest level of, and it's crazy because recently in an interview, the interviewer, asked me, so just leave us with one line, you know, and I said, well, don't get mad at me for this or don't hate me for this, but nobody knows what they're doing.
Right.
And he stopped, and then he said, you're right.
Right.
Nobody knows what they're doing. We get up every day, and we gotta make decisions, we gotta figure things out, we gotta, you know, so nobody knows what they're doing. So it's your time now.
Right.
Now is your time.
Now is your time.
Yes.
All of y'all.
So put something simple together and put a price tag on it, whether it's $197, whether it's $97, and sell it.
Right.
Sell a service. Like, it takes nothing for you to say, you can have a one-on-one consult with me, because I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And today I'm going to make $97 in an hour talking to you about that, because I can take you to the next level. Believe in
Right.
yourself. Simple.
Simple, but so one of the things that I love about you, I mean, it's no secret that you are super smart, you add value, and you just make all of our lives better. But I think for everyone else, what they have a problem with and why, you know, you are so needed is people have a hard time communicating their value. Especially, you know, public speaking is like a big thing, right? But also like visually. And that's where you lay at, right? So talking about how do you communicate your value through YouTube videos and images and stuff that you post on Instagram and Facebook. So I want to just, you know, sit there a little bit. Talk to me about the things that people are doing wrong when trying to communicate their value, because I know some of the smartest people in the world, but it's like, oh, I don't like social, you know, we're not a fan of those people that think that way.
Right.
But, you know, I know so much, right? So how do I, you know, communicate my value visually? What are some of the things that most people are doing wrong?
Your first question should be, what's your goal? Right. So is your goal to get people into your house to pet your dog? No. So your dog, you know, he doesn't need
to be on there.
A plethora of photos on your Instagram account.
Right.
Unless you're a groomer or, you know, you're doing something pertaining to pets. So what's your visual goal, right? And so, you know, that kind of goes back to, y'all go that kind of takes me back to your overall life goal.
Right.
What is that? And so that's connected to a lot of us on social. We settle for mediocre pictures, mediocre experiences, because you have to give someone an experience when they come to your account, because you're trying to get them to hit that button. Right? Because you want them to enter into your world. So how are you contributing to their life experience? You know, what's your specific goal? What do you want them to do next after they get here? Do you want them to follow and then, you know, immediately or maybe tomorrow say, oh my gosh, like you helped me figure this out, or you helped me do, what's your goal? Like, what are you putting out there? Two, a lot of us don't let people, get to know us. You know, we don't let people get to know us at all. So we post as the business. Well, what else are you know, how can you share my struggle?
Right. That's so important, because I personally went through that myself. I keep the things that I care about close to me, and especially with being an entrepreneur, you know that everybody's not for you. So when I take those L's, or, you know, something doesn't go the way that I hoped it would, I don't share those things. And what I realized is that it kind of created a disconnect between me and my audience.
I was just about
people
to tell you,
think that like you're perfect, and I was like, I can't relate to perfect because I'm not perfect either.
So they looking up like you, like it's TV. So I'm gonna look at Neffy on TV today, rather than I'm gonna look at her because she's gonna help me. She's gonna say something to get me out of my rut today.
Right.
They have to feel that connection. They have to know that you were once there. I once thought I was crazy because I was talking to a camera by myself.
Right.
Everybody feels that way when they start their YouTube channel. You get what I'm saying? So I can share in that experience. I can share in thinking, my makeup doesn't look perfect today, I'm not uploading this video.
Right.
Girl, you making these people miss a message.
Right.
You gotta upload this video. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, it's about just understanding how you can help your audience, or how, just keep that goal in mind. What's your specific goal? Don't be mediocre.
Yes.
Like, if you want to stand out and you really want to grow your brand online, people will tell you different things. Well, you don't have to. No, create an experience for your audience.
Right. And an experience on each platform. I think people try to do the same thing on Facebook as they do on Instagram, as they do on YouTube. Different platform, different experience.
Yes, definitely.
So what I love is I'm a part of your influencer hub, your exclusive Facebook group for people who just want to, you know, up their visual game. And I just want to talk to you a little bit more about why you created the Facebook group and things that you do or have done to make it successful, because Facebook groups are hot right now. Everybody named Mama got a Facebook group.
That's so
you know, they create the group, you join it, and they forget about it.
Well, so the hub was created, just became the hub because everyone called it the hub. So the hub was created just out of need for a lot of people seeing the bigger influencers doing things and they didn't know how. So I'm not a huge influencer just yet, coming to a screen near you. But, you know, I was able to monetize as a small influencer, right? So the thing about it is just creating a space where people can come and ask questions on, how can I? Like, you can't go ask, who's somebody that I could use? without getting shot. I'm just saying, you can't just ask like someone super huge. You can't ask Kim Kardashian what she used to, because you know she's on YouTube now.
Oh, is she?
Yes, she is.
Oh God.
Right? KKW Beauty or whatever it is. The thing about it is you can't ask her, so what camera did you use? What this, what that? My audience can't relate to her because she has a team, she has a crew, right? So I know what it feels like to create quality videos with me.
Right.
I don't have a fancy team. I don't have a fancy crew. You got to start somewhere, and one day I will. But I
Right.
don't have that right now.
Right.
But I still create high quality content that has brands asking, can you create a video for us? Can you do a tutorial for us? Can you do this? Can you do that? So yes, it is about quality, you know, and quality is what's going to help you really build the audience that you want. If you create mediocre, you're going to grow a mediocre audience.
Right.
You know, so it's like, so it's like keeping those things in mind, you know. But
Right.
that's what the hub was created for the disconnect of you wanting to get up there, but you're just starting, and you can do it. You just got to learn. You just got to put that, and you know, the blog and everything kind of goes together.
Everything
So,
goes
yeah.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
So you spoke about brands a little bit. Talk to us about some of the brands that you've worked with
Mhm.
and how those opportunities came about, because it's on everybody's to-do list. They want to monetize and they also want to work with brands.
You know what? The thing about it is, the crazy thing about it is, people are always watching you. You just don't know. They're always watching, and they will come tell you, so we've been monitoring, you know, what you're doing for a while, and you know, and you're sitting there like,
Oh my God.
thing is, you gotta work. And why? Because if you can't work for yourself and put content out there for yourself, how are you gonna complete their project? How are you gonna show up for them? How are you gonna connect your audience to their product or service or whatever it is? So you gotta show up. You gotta show brands that I am here to create quality content. I am able to show up and show out even when I don't feel like it, right? I am able, and so because of that, I've gotten people approach me to work with them, and I'm like,
Come on, name drop a little. Come on, I know you did some with Thinkific recently.
Yeah,
Come on now. Don't let you see. I'm trying to be nice. I ain't trying to go into the bag. I don't have to go into the bag.
So that was an awesome collaboration with Thinkific because of the fact that they were watching, you know, and so I had tagged them.
Well, tell everyone what Thinkific
Oh,
is.
so Thinkific, crazy enough, is the course platform that I use to create my courses. But because my courses are so visual and interactive, what happened is when I first started creating courses, I remember I bought this course because I invest in myself a lot. And so I bought this course on how to create a course, right? And I didn't get through it, girl. Like, I was like, I could not get through it. There was nothing visual. It was black and white. I do enough black and white all day. I need my brain to be messy. You know, like,
Right.
I need to see. So that hit me because I'm a very visual person. So it's
Right.
like, okay, and don't get me wrong, there are people that are not visual and they'd be cool with it. Cool for them. But
Right.
me and my audience,
Right.
we need to be bedazzled.
Yes.
Some stuff, right? So I never got through it, and so I started creating on my own. Like, okay, so I'm gonna take my audience or my students from A to Z, and we're gonna get this work. But courses, for me, from experience, are a thing that you start the first 3-4
Yeah, you don't
modules.
don't
Like, I know
work
y'all all
out.
have a bunch of stuff sitting there, like, I'm gonna get to it, and you ain't getting to it, right? So for me, I need my audience to have visuals. I need them to have video. I need them to have different things, like quizzes, like things that are like, oh, I can't wait to leave work to get into this content.
Right.
And because of that, they started looking at my stuff and they reached out to me. And so in reaching out, they asked me if they can do an interview with me. And then it turned into, can we do a webinar with you? And then it turned into, we need you on our team to be an expert.
Wow.
And so, yeah, and that, it was like, oh my gosh, like, okay, this is, I had to think about it, of course, because you are, you know, you make the best decisions for your business, but I genuinely love Thinkific, the people, the customer service, the platform itself. I've used multiple platforms and was like, I've met people that own platforms, I was like, I don't want to, no, we not vibing,
Right.
you know? So yeah, and then they reached out, and so we just connected it. Crazy enough, as soon as I became an expert, my first project came in automatic, like 2 hours after I went up on their experts page. Because, you know, so now I'm even transitioning into creating courses, which is you monetize in different ways. You get what I'm saying? Like you have different streams of income. So now I'm moving into creating courses on how to create courses. So that lady with her drab course, girl,
you better watch out.
Watch out. But you know, it's just a crazy thing. So show up and show out. You know, I was building, creating when I thought even no one was watching. People watch and they look to see how you can fit in with them. Can you take their audience to the next level? Because I know I can definitely do that for Think Get Big. You get what I'm saying? So
know how you add value. Know how to add value. Because you can be showing up and showing out and not adding anything.
With Sparky on the page.
Exactly. Like that's not going to work.
Right.
So one thing that I love about you is that you invested in yourself. A lot of people, they wait for people like, oh, I'm going to wait for that brand to come and then I'm going to do this, you know? So talk to me about some of the investments that you made in yourself and your business to be visually popping.
Cameras, like, you know, and don't get me wrong, to start off, you don't have to, you know, throw in a lot of money, but you have to keep in mind the vision. What's the goal? It goes back to that, like, I can't keep this one camera phone forever and this one smartphone forever, sorry. And, you know, just, you gotta explore and upgrade, and you gotta know if you wanna work with Beyonce, you can't be over here on this iPhone 4, you know, trying to take pictures to get to Beyonce.
Right. They're like, well, Beyonce gonna see my stuff, and then she gonna like it, and then like she got the money, so she gonna pay for it, and then you know.
Look at the content the people that you love share. It's high quality content. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Unless it's for entertainment, it's a joke, or you know.
Yeah.
But you gotta pour into yourself. Look at those two girls that Beyonce signed.
Yeah,
they were
Haley.
They were on YouTube, and they were constantly pushing out content, constantly showing their talent. Show up and show out.
Right.
You have to. If you're not, you're missing something.
Right.
So keep that goal in mind.
Keep it in mind.
If your goal is to just be comfortable, cool, but don't complain. You get what I'm saying?
That's a read. That's a read.
I'll just say, like, you have to put that work in. A lot of people are like, well, I don't have time. You have time for what you want to have time for. You make the time for what you want to make time for. So invest. Whether it be, you could have a camera phone, fine, but invest in learning how to get people to see you, how to relate to your audience, how to get seen. Because visuals pulls the puzzle together. You get what I'm saying? But you still got to know.
Have a message.
You still got to have a message.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to, double back to talk about Chloe and Haley a bit. Because, we love Queen Bee and we love Chloe and Haley. And we have a certain young lady in the audience who would like to, start her YouTube channel and, share her singing talents. So talk to me about just, the basics that you need to know for starting a YouTube channel in order for it to be a success. For her and anyone else, we have a couple people here that dabble in different things, different things. And what I love about you is that you don't just say that YouTube is just for, the makeup artists.
No.
You say that YouTube is for everyone.
Yeah,
so what are some of the basics that people need to get out of the way, whether it be equipment or just mental stuff that they got to get out of their head?
I recently did a workshop on that. YouTube, it's about you, right? So you are here to start, and you have to start today.
Right.
First of all, don't block your blessings by, being afraid to share yourself. So the first thing that you have to come into is that I'm comfortable with myself, and I'm going to put this out regardless of if I feel like I shouldn't do it today, or if I feel like I should put it off till next week. No, get comfortable and say, I am going to do this.
Right.
Right? Get comfortable. And so after that, know what you want to talk about. Right? Sit down and think about a few things. It's a journey. Like, even if you, Chrissy, as a singer, right? Let's say you want to eventually monetize. I'm all about this money.
Yes, come on.
And you want to teach people how to sing. You don't have to be an expert. You're a singer and you've done it. So you're qualified to teach that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you're always further ahead than someone else.
So you sit down and you figure out, okay, so how am I further than the person who wants to sing, right? Okay, they might not know how to breathe during singing, or how to, hold a note, or, okay, and so you create content on the things people want to know the most about your industry. don't get scared when you go onto YouTube and you see a lot of people doing the same thing. Prime example, DJ Khaled, Rihanna, and Bryson Tiller just, released the song of the
Wow, wow,
I'm
wow.
just saying. And, girl, the amount of makeup tutorials
Yes.
that we've seen, like you could sit all day and it'll just flow one into the other. So you don't want to put your video out? Like, right? The beauty of that is, because we're like, well, somebody did that already, go do it. Guess what? Somehow they're going to run into your video.
Right.
You're going to be up there. Because YouTube works with relevance. As long as you use it in the right way,
Right.
it works with relevance. Singing is awesome because a lot of people do covers and stuff on YouTube.
Right.
So get in the mix.
Yes.
Not because someone did it before. You're different. Your message is different. What you're saying is different. Your version is different. You have a different experience than someone else. You might be able to connect with the people who can't breathe while singing me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, if somebody else connects with something else, everybody's journey and experience is not the same. So,
Speaking about the journey and the experience, I know you share a lot already on social, but what is one thing that most people don't know about your journey to where you are today?
I gotta share it all.
Yeah. Well,
I gotta think.
I think I heard about a marriage once upon a time.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't see no ring on those fingers.
No.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Right?
Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so you're gonna meet people in life that you think are supposed to be there, but it's okay if it's not. Like I say, I'm very big on being equally yoked, right?
Listen, let me tell you. I want to know about the marriage, but I know that you have an amazing boyfriend that's here, that's taking the pictures, he's so supportive behind the scenes and all that good stuff. So, this is something that is not just unique to you. So I want to know about, that time and, like you said, how do you know when you gotta, peace?
I mean, you're gonna get to a point where you're just not happy, and that's okay. And people go through transitions, and that's okay too, But just finding someone that you're equally yoked with is a huge thing, that support. It's not all about love. You get what I'm saying?
Ooh.
You're gonna. It's not.
It's not all about love. I think that's the first time I heard that.
No,
But I get where you're coming from. It's not.
not.
People gotta show
You're
up.
not gonna wake up and love that person every single day.
Right.
At all. Some days you're gonna be like, could you just?
Yes.
Right? So, you're not going to be in love every day, or you're not going to be, having flowers every day and things like that. But for me, I would say mentally being equally yoked is something that's huge. If you have someone that does not believe in you, or even believe in themselves, or isn't comfortable, because they can't believe in you if they don't believe. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So definitely that marriage did not work out because we were two completely different people.
Right.
And so, you have to learn that it's okay, and it's okay to move on, and and you'll be okay, girl.
Right. Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, so I know you mad now, but I'm just saying.
I ain't sorry.
You gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta move around people that are, just genuine and supportive of you, and it's not always about you. You gotta feed back into that person at the same time. So I am here. I would not be here without my boyfriend.
Woo woo! Come on, shout him out! Shout him out! Shout him out!
So definitely, just find someone that's on the same level and working towards the same things. If y'all working towards different things, it's not gonna work. Especially where entrepreneurship. It's not easy to have a partner who wants to do something like this, because there are days where you're gonna have to be that crutch or be that person like, yo, it's gonna be okay. I can't tell you. He probably is like, girl, I'm running away from you. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's levels to it. So if you know that you are on this journey, you gotta find somebody that understands this journey, is interested in the journey. And because that support is essential. If you don't have that support, then
Yes.
it's a rough thing.
Well, speaking of support, we already kind of touched on how your influencer hub on Facebook is awesome support group and resource for everybody. So, you know, we can't do this without the fans. So let's go to the social media streets to see what everybody wants to know. Okay, let's see. What was the last low point in your career, and how did you recover from it?
The last low point. So I've lost 3 family members in the past few months, like kind of back to back. So that definitely affected work for me, but it also taught me a lesson. Like, you know, so you're gonna go through things that are really and truly rough. Like when I say flat on your face. And if you do have your own business, you gotta get up. Like one day I just, you know, I had a conversation with my boyfriend and I realized, well, you know what, they have passed and they're with me. And
right.
I'm getting a little choked up.
Oh.
They're with me and it's okay. They wouldn't want to see me stop.
Yeah.
Right? So people that care for you would never want to see you stop. So get up.
Yeah.
No matter what you're going through. That was just my low, my recent low. So, you know, get up and create passive income so that when you're down, you're not like down. Right? You know, so definitely get into that passive income flow.
Yes, and I love how, you know, even though those that have passed on, you even, you know, pay homage to them through your work. I think like it was your grandmother, you had on her, you did a bomb photo shoot with grandma stuff. I told you I'd be digging, y'all don't believe me. I'll be digging, okay? You gotta come prepared. All right, let's see what else people want to know. First, I just want to take a moment to just see how everybody's doing.
Good.
How are we on time? Okay, so I'm going to take a few more questions. How is the live stream going?
Good.
Okay, let's see. So many questions. Just got to sort through the ones that we already touched on. Is there anything else that we haven't talked about as yet that you want to share?
Not really. I think I shared a lot with you. A lot of people didn't really know that I was, you know, working with Thinkific in the capacity that I am. What else? You got the tea on the divorce.
Yes.
Oh, I'm hosting a workshop next week.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk to us about the workshop while I'm sifting through. Don't want to ask repeat questions.
So I am hosting a workshop in the city next week. It's going to be a pretty amazing experience. If you're trying to get into YouTube and, you know, just perfect your presentation on YouTube and understand your audience and things like that, I have a special Nephi Live coupon code.
Woo! I love it. Throw it out if you mean it. Throw it out if you mean it.
So, but you have to use the code today. So I'll definitely give you the info if any of you are interested. Yeah. And it's a huge chunk too.
Oh.
Hurt my heart, but I'm like,
we love you for it. We love you for it. So the last question I'm going to ask you is, what is your end goal? Because you often say that you are nowhere near where you want to be. And it's just like, well, you already blown us up. I mean, I don't got no edges. They just coming back, you know?
Multiple businesses. You know, I definitely do want a beautiful skyline, office, agency team in the city, just helping people on an even larger scale, what I do now. But, you know, definitely teams, social media, and all of that great stuff.
So like your own kind of like creative agency.
Yes, definitely. Because there's so much. There's so much that we haven't yet tapped into. And I believe that I do have a unique way of just business and visuals and things like that. So I just want to pull people up, bro.
Right. I love it. We ready to be pulled up. Pull me up. Pull me up. And I wanted to, okay, I know I'm done. Last thing. Mm-hmm. I know that you're really into fitness and working out, and you have aspirations of getting a specific license. I forgot the name of like a New York State. Did you get it yet? Well,
no, girl.
Did the dream change?
I didn't do a dream change because it's already paid for. I just need to go do it.
Right.
but the time.
The time.
But you do what you're supposed to do. You
Right.
create time for what you want. So it's there. So I wanted to be a personal trainer at one point.
You can do it. Hashtag body goals. Okay? She's putting all of us to shame. It's just like, you know.
I'll do it. I'll definitely do it because it's something that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about taking care of yourself because it reflects in if I don't eat good or do what I'm supposed to do, then I don't feel good for work.
Yeah.
And I'm working for myself, and if I ain't able to show up,
Right.
then, you know. So it definitely, just eating better puts you in a better mood. Working out puts you in a better mood. So, you know, a lot of us, especially in the Black community, we suffer with anxiety, depression, and these are all the little things that find their way into my daily, right? So it's like, no, I'm gonna ward you off with this workout, and you know, so that's what keeps me, more than looking good, working out keeps me feeling good. I want to feel good.
Yeah.
If I'm not working out, and I don't feel good, I sit and I ask myself, so what you ain't doing, girl? Well, let's talk about that burger last night.
Right.
And let's talk about the fact that you ain't worked out in, you
Right.
know, so it's connected for me. Like, it's connected to me feeling good.
Right. I love it. So we're going to get like a XayLi workout DVD.
One day, girl,
You know?
one day.
All right. Got to put it out there.
Yes.
So we can check up on you.
Universe, yes, do that.
Yes. Well, on behalf of everyone on the other side of that screen, I just want to thank you so much for sharing your story, but having the courage. It takes a lot of courage. This is not easy. You make it look very easy. Okay?
Thank you.
So thank you for having the courage to turn your passion into a career.
Yes.
And if you guys enjoyed this interview as much as I did, I need you to let me know it, okay? Don't be stingy, don't be cheap. I need you to like, I need you to comment, I need you to subscribe, I need you to share on all your social media channels, and go to XayLiBarclay.com to buy yourself a course and get your life. Until next time, bye.
Bye, guys.